see our dolphins. So when we're going down there, we want you guys to stay with your groups. We also want everyone to stay on the sidewalk. I know it's really enticing for the little ones to try and get on that curb, but for their safety, we want to stay on the sidewalk. When we get down there, there's going to be a big blue line around the whole area for the dolphins. We want to make sure we stay behind that until the trainers ask us to cross it. We will be crossing it to be able to do all our fun stuff with the dolphins, like touch, feed, photos, all of that great stuff. But we're going to wait until the trainers ask us to cross that. We also are going to go over a few more rules when we're down there, but I'm just going over the major rules while we're up here. Also, mask. If you are unvaccinated, we ask that you please wear a mask. If you are vaccinated, since we are in an outdoor setting, it is okay to not be wearing a mask. Also, I recommend if you have strollers for the little ones to have them in the stroller. Little legs have a little bit of a tough time keeping up with us when we're heading down there. But we also will have multiple of my coworkers here to make sure we stay on the path. I will try and talk. If I am not able to be heard towards the back, let me know. I want everyone to be able to get all the information while we're walking down there. And again, stay with your groups. When we get down there, we want to make sure that everyone stays together. Don't want to mix any groups up. Don't want to mix and match unless you want to take a photo with a random person. That's up to you. But I recommend taking a photo with the family that you came here with. All right.
Every 2 hours. Just filtration. Those are just basically really big sand filters.
So right over here on my right, your left, you'll notice we have this little area over here. So this is where we have our tortoises. You guys are more than welcome to take photos of our tortoises. Just make sure all items stay on our side.
Hey, wake up.
And that's what they feed
Aren't
the
you
whale.
move? They're pretty big.
They are very
Two a
large.
day, these
These
two
are
they're having, that's
Toka
one
and
fixed there.
Coca. They can get up to roughly 4 feet. They can be roughly 500
Don't do
pounds,
it.
and they can
Don't
live
do
up
it.
to 100 years.
For some reason you want to.
Yeah, because we don't want to be riding them.
Listen up. I like that. Hi boys, how's it going?
Flamingos back there.
This area over here is our aviaries, where we have a bunch of our flamingos at the moment. So right now, when we are getting close to the aviary, we want you guys to stay on the left-hand side of the yellow line. We don't want you guys to get too close. Just want to make sure you stay, again, on the left side. When we are crossing over, you might see some flamingos, and you also might see some gray little birds over there. So those are flamingo chicks. Yeah, so this guest right here did an excellent job. So they do get their coloration from the food they eat. So those chicks are not going to turn pink until they start eating more of their normal diet, which will be krill.
All the babies.
I'm a big one.
Parents.
And then if you guys watch our flamingos that are right across from where we just checked in, you might see some towards the back of the flamingo pond that are on a little, it looks like a little mound. They are on their nest, and we do have some flamingos waiting to hatch their eggs. So you might be able to see them towards the back area. If you see any of the flamingos just sitting down, that's usually what they are. They're usually on their nest. Anyone more excited? Dolphins!
This is all part of the animal care, zoological area.
Pretty cool.
Like whenever they rescue an animal or whatever.
Pretty
Table for your group that you came with, or the group that you may want to be with. There, I know, are two groups who are wanting to do one big group. So pick a table for your family. That's how we know who is with who. Cuter than these dolphins, because it's a little difficult
Yeah,
That's why I went over some of the rules while we were...
back up, and then you can get wet first.
So that's why I went over some of the rules while we were up there, because these dolphins are super cute, so I'm going to try and go over the rules again while we were down here. That blue line I was talking about is kind of faded behind me, but it's right there on the edges. It's a bit clearer where you guys are going to be for the dolphin interaction. So, again, you're going to stay behind that blue line, unless the trainer asks you to. We also are going to be able to touch the dolphins. So when we're touching the dolphins have very sensitive skin, so when we touch them, we're going to touch them with a flat hand. We don't want any fingernails, so fingernails do not feel good to the dolphins. You might think a little scratch might feel good, but it does not for our dolphins. So again, flat hands. You guys are going to be able to feed our dolphins.
I think the dolphins will.
They might.
Flat hands.
I don't care about
It's a 24/7 splash zone here at SeaWorld, so again, you might get splashed. We'll try not to on purpose. We definitely will ask before we splash you guys. For the dolphins, again, might get you guys a little wet. It's getting a little bit warmer, so that should be fine. But again, we are going to be able to feed these dolphins. If you guys are allergic to fish, please let our trainer know. We can feed them something else that is not fish. Also, if you think fish are pretty yucky, I know some kids think they are pretty gross. I personally love fish. But if you don't want to feed them that fish, you can ask to feed something else, like ice. The fish is dead. I was going to ask what type of fish. It is a dead fish. So, besides that, the main rule, besides the blue line, is listen to our trainers. We are going to have our trainers come out eventually. They will kind of look at you guys. It may look like we're picking up for a dodgeball team, but again, they're trying to see who's going to go best where. The walls are different sizes on different sides of the wall, or different sides of the area. So we want to make sure everyone's going to be able to see and touch the dolphins properly. So while we are at these tables, I want you guys to leave any items that you do not need to take with you. So I recommend taking a phone with you so you can take your photos, or so I can take your photos if you do not mind me touching your phone and I am in the area for the photos. We just want to make sure anything that is not safe for our dolphins does not fall into that pool. So if you have sunglasses and they're on the top of your head, you can either put them on your eyes or you can have them at the tables. Again, we want to make sure that everything that is not meant for a dolphin stays over here and does not go into the pool.
What about the bag on his wheelchair?
Huh?
What about the bag on the back of his wheelchair?
The bag, if it's all right, can we...
We will remember that. My name is Casey. This is Annie. We got a whole crew here. Y'all are going to be interacting with different ones of us, but more important, we will split y'all into 3 groups, and y'all are going to get to meet some pretty awesome dolphins. So either Zip, Brady, or Cisco. Those are 3 of our males. They're these 3 that have been checking y'all out like the last 5 minutes, seeing what's going on. So they've already been making their introductions. Really quick before we get started, y'all are going to get the chance to feed a dolphin. Whenever we hand you that fish, we just ask that you go ahead and toss it right on into their mouth instead of kind of dangling it out, taking a picture with it. Once those dolphins see that in your hand, they're like, ready. You love them? Excellent, so do we. Well, you're about to see them real up close. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be close. You're even gonna get to touch them, and when y'all touch them, the trainer will let y'all know where to touch them. Most likely a nice little back rub, but wait for the trainer to tell you when to reach out. We want to make sure it's really nice and reinforcing for them as well as y'all. So yeah, they're watching y'all. And then lastly, you're gonna get a family picture. So we'll get that set up really nice. The dolphin will slide on up and in the picture, and you'll have a great Christmas card, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to break y'all down in groups. If y'all can kind of get close to whoever you came with so we don't divide anyone up.
It's a group of 10, 2, 3, 2 who's in the pool with the 2 other boys is one of those rescues. Our goal is always release, but if they're not healthy or if they're too young, they are deemed non-releasable. The United States government chooses or makes that deciding factor, and then they also decide where that animal is going to live. So we're pretty honored that we have some of those rescues here.
So I'm going to tell them all great job for coming over, and then I'm going to start. Cisco!
So Cisco's heading this way from the other side of the pool.
He has excellent hearing, so he heard me slap on the water. Here he is. Excellent.
Yay!
So now that he's here to say hi, you all can come across that blue line.
So slapping the water is actually calling him?
Yeah, that way he can hear where he's supposed to go. First, we're going to start by saying hi. So stick your hands in the air like you do not care and wave hi. Big hello. Hello, Cisco.
All right, we're gonna get him to
Excellent. Now he is a very energetic, powerful animal. They get all their speed and power through their fluke and that big muscle called the peduncle. So we're going to ask him to show off a little bit with some high energy behaviors. So we're going to ask him to do a bow. That's when he's going to jump up and out of the water for us. So you're going to take your left hand, kind of stick it by your left hip, and then we're going to bring it up over our right shoulder. We're going to do it together on 3.
Wait,
Okay?
this one?
Left hand, ready? 1, 2, 3. Throw that hand. Bow. He's going to show off for us. He's going to take
Hey,
off.
go away.
Look over to your right. There he is.
Yay!
And I think he's, oh, there he is. And he's going to do one more. Let's see. Good job, Cisco. Good job. All right, y'all want to give him a go for it? There you go. Good shot. Who's next?
When Miss
Wanna go?
Angela puts it in your hand, you want to
Here you go. Toss it in.
Are we gonna have him do
Excellent.
some more stuff?
Yeah, you can go ahead, chuck it out there. Excellent, up and down,
Up and down, yeah.
exactly right. So if you take your
Dolphin kick.
hands and you move them up and down like you're beating a drum, he can show you that up and down motion with his tail. Up and down. That's the way dolphins swim.
Yeah, up and down.
But he also has a very good shark impression. So we're gonna ask him to swim like a fish, moving his tail side to side. So we're gonna put our hand up to our forehead like you're a shark fin, and we're gonna shout shark on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3, shark! And you can go side to side. Looks weird on a dolphin.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Excellent.
That does look cool on a dolphin.
That's adorable. So when you touch, it's going to be
Help take your picture. What Cisco's gonna do is he's gonna slide his body. So, oh, he's gonna show you a different pose. We'll do this 1 second. We'll have him go back in here.
I'm sorry, but that almost looks funny.
She did that on purpose.
All right, take 2. There we go. So I'm gonna have, before you guys come up, I'm just gonna go over a few things. So she's gonna take your camera, half your camera on one side, half on the other. He's gonna give this cute little pose right here in the middle. I do ask that you don't reach out and touch while his face is in this position. He does have 100 cone-shaped teeth. They do interlock like a zipper. That's not where we want our fingers to be. Very nice. So you guys will take turns coming up. And again, Tammy here will take your photo.
And now he's gonna play with the toys.
Yes. Get a nice mixture of fish and toys in there. All right, we'll just go right to left. So you two want to come up first? Come on up. Dolphin, that's the big triangle on his back. He's kind of a ham. Sometimes he raises his tail. That's not where you want your face or your camera to be, okay? So in front of the dorsal fin, and you're also going to stay behind the blowhole. Just like we wouldn't want our nose touched, neither does he, and avoid the eyes on the side. We're not going to do individual photos. Tammy can take your phone again if you want pictures during, and then you can each reach out. Usually like 2 to 3 people can fit at a time. So, do you guys want to start first?
Sure.
Scratches than the girls do, and then also through establishing dominance. We see it out in the ocean as well as under human care. Put 2 fingers out like this, and shake them up and down. Next step, you're going to take your right hand out, let go of your fingers.
You might be able to
Everybody's favorite.
that little jelly substance right there.
I'll go with you.
Nice little partner. So all of those sounds do come out of their blowhole, not their mouth. Nope. Their mouth only leads to their belly. Their blowhole only leads to their lungs. A little different than us. So
Put your right hand up like this.
even if his mouth is closed,
Right hand up like this. When I say don't pretend like you're slapping the water. You're just going to bring your hand down.
you can make a ladder out of me.
No.
Well,
farting.
he'll make lots of fart noises for you, but again, you saw his whole move. All right, now can you guys tell me, is Cisco here a fish or a mammal?
Mammal.
Mammal, very good. He is a mammal. That is right, not a fish. So even though he's a mammal and not a fish, he's going to show you guys what he thinks a mammal or a fish looks like. Want you guys to make a fishing rod? On the count of 3, you're going to cast out a line. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, cast it
Cast
out.
out that line. He's gonna go out, and then
He's
we're
gonna
gonna
bait,
reel him
and
in.
then we got to reel him on in.
Come back and do the same stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Very nice.
Boy, that was a good one.
All right, here's the question for you guys. Do you want to get wet today?
Already did by him once, so why not?
Wet or dry? Okay, stay dry.
Already got wet earlier. I'm fine with it. I don't care. So.
So I'm gonna have you go first. You put your hand in the water and give him a little splash. Give him another splash.
Yeah. Did you set Cisco down here so we
Can
can
you
do
do
a
it
squirt?
too? Go ahead. Here's another give him a little splash. He's gonna get you.
He doesn't need to be told to do that. He's doing it on his own.
All right. You ready?
Oh.
It's kind of the perfect amount. You guys are going to take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. On the count of 3, you're going to swipe your hand down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and swipe.
All right, I'm good.
Bye.
I am good. We are going to take a big step. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Good. Did you enjoy it? Good. What was your favorite part? Touching.
Touching and feeding him. Yeah.
Cool.